These days with everyone jumping into video creation, you might be looking for a way to make your background cleaner. But you probably struggle with creases and wrinkles on your muslin backdrop, and no matter what you do, it just does not work. So in this video, I'm going to try several ways to get rid of these wrinkles. First, we'll get a bottle of hot water and wipe it from right to left. It did not fall. First, I poured hot tap water into the spray bottle, then screwed the cap. Make sure to set your spray setting in order to get a hot, warm mist. After I sprayed the hot water onto my backdrop, I didn't see a clear difference. You could see all the creases and wrinkles everywhere.
So, I don't think it's... I've tried this like 2-3 times already. I'm not gonna cut it.
Now, we can try steaming it out or ironing it out. While I didn't want to do this method, I did it so you could see what would happen. I got a bottle filled full of hot water, sprayed it onto the backdrop, and then used the iron to see if the creases and wrinkles will smooth out. When you're using muslin backdrops, they're 100% cotton, which means weird shiny spots may appear. Make sure to test this on the bottom portion of your backdrop, another portion of the backdrop where you'll use it the most. The reason is because it can get rid of the cotton that's on your actual backdrop. Now let's move on to number 3. This method is using the shallow depth of field using the camera settings that I have listed on the screen. First, we're going to be starting with the lights that I have onto my right. Flat lighting and shallow depth of field does work, but there's some limitations to it. Noise is as in if there's going to be those little white dots that you see floating around everywhere, messing around them with the footage. But you don't really see that often. But there are also these 2 creases that are in the actual video. I'll go ahead and mark them if you can't spot them. This clip is when I turned on my backdrop lamp, which is more of a hair light. You won't see that much of a difference, but it works. But not as well. But now we're going to turn on the light that I have right next to the camera. There you go. With all these lights now turned on, I don't see a major difference, but you can see that the lighting helps the camera. All in all, the steam ironing gets an A+ for me, because the fact that it was able to eliminate creases and wrinkles was impressive. Although steam ironing can add spotty shiny spots or not do well on a muslin backdrop, I still was satisfied. Meanwhile, spraying just hot water and adjusting the camera setting was a hassle. It didn't appear to have a better result. I want to know what stood out to you to try. What do you prefer over one or the other? And what would you do differently that I could have done differently too? Go ahead and tell me down in the comments and go ahead and check out these videos. See ya.